Ah, man, what a fun time in wrestling when Baron Corbin went broke. Let me take y'all back to when Baron Corbin went broke, y'all. This all started when Corbin had a match against Shinsuke Nakamura for Corbin's crown. Nakamura would go on to beat Corbin for his crown. Corbin started crying, and Corbin's life started going downhill. After this, Shinsuke would have a coronation, and backstage, they would interview Corbin. Corbin went on to say, "I lost my crown and my investments. What's the point?" During a SmackDown exclusive interview, Corbin said that he had lost hundreds of thousands of dollars. The next week, Corbin would make an entrance and the commentators would roast the hell out of him. Even the announcer would take a jab. During a Corbin match on the same show, Rick Boogs would announce that Corbin's G-Wagon was getting towed. Who remembers Rick Boogs, bro? But anyways, Big E would then take advantage and pin Corbin. The next week, Nakamura and Boogs would then be showed entering the building with Corbin's car saying they got it at an auction. I'm telling you, this gimmick was hilarious, bro. Shinsuke and Corbin would then be put in a 1v1 qualifier match for the Money in the Bank where Corbin would lose. The next week, Corbin would come out with zero theme music, stains on his shirt, hair growing out of whack, and the commentators roasting him. Corbin would then cut a promo saying that the bank was threatening to foreclose his house. He then said his daughter was getting sick because she had to eat SpaghettiOs instead of Wagyu beef. Hey, he tripping. SpaghettiOs be hitting the spot, I'm not gonna lie. But he then said his house was getting dirty because he had to fire his maids and said he was gonna have to move in with his wife's parents. Oh no, the horror. He then announced that he had made a crowd-funded website called Corbin Fund. And you know, Corbin wasn't asking for much, man. His targeted goal was only $100,000. Come on, bro, that's not that bad, you know? We should have donated millions so he could retire and we could get his trash ass off the show. Nah, I'm playing. But Corbin would beg the crowd and get on his knees. Bro was like Squidward at this point for spare change. Or like Neptune when he lost his crown. But Owens' music would then proceeded to then hit Corbin with a stunner. The next week, Corbin would then be asked how much he made from the GoFundMe. Corbin would respond saying that he lost money from it. He said the guy he contacted ghosted him and stole his identity. Bro, I'm dying rewatching these segments. But he then said he had to ride the bus to get to SmackDown. Imagine going from pulling up in a G-Wagon to riding the bus. My boy's at the lowest of lows. But during the same show, Corbin and Owens would then find each other backstage. Corbin would apologize to Owens. And you know what? Out of the goodness of Owens' heart, bars, Owens would give Corbin a $20 bill. But unfortunately, it wouldn't last long, as Shotzi would hit him in the nuts with a rocket that blasted from her tank. And then, these two goons, Ziggler and Bobby Roode, would then go on to steal the money from Corbin. Whoever thought these segments were just genius, bro. But props to Owens for being in this, because at the time, they were just chucking him in feuds with, Corbin and Ezekiel and shit. He was holding down for real. Both of the feuds were hilarious, though, so it's okay. But anyways, back to the story. Corbin was asked on Talking Smack how he fell off so fast, and Corbin responds saying he invested in Bitcoin and it plummeted, and Corbin just ends up guilt-tripping Kayla. But by the way, they were at Cleveland for this, and Corbin said, "I woke up in Cleveland, man. How much worse can it get?" But nah, bro, that was a low blow. It's not that bad. But what's up with these scrubs just in Cleveland like Baron Corbin and Joakim Noah, bro? But anyways, Corbin also said he cracked a can of beefaroni on the sidewalk and it stained his shirt. Shit's hilarious, bro. But the next week, John Cena would eventually join in on the fun when Cena was cutting a promo on Roman and Corbin interrupted. Corbin would then ask Cena for help. I'm not gonna lie, if I was down bad, I'd ask Cena or Mr. Beast for help, so Corbin was onto something. But Cena would then give Corbin a crusty ass, rolled up looking $10 bill out of his pocket, and Corbin wasn't happy, bro. He wasn't buying it. But Corbin then says that he'd work for it, you know? He asked if he could be in Cena's next movie. But at this point, Corbin said his wife and his kids left him, and now he has nothing. Come on, say to help the poor man. Cena says they are already done filming. Cena denies Corbin at every step, and bum-ass Corbin has had enough. Corbin calls Cena a selfish, self-absorbed tightwad with a big ego, then calls him a Hollywood sellout. Cena then says, he'll give Corbin something. Hell yeah, Cena, you're the man. He then ends up giving Corbin an attitude adjustment, and then took the money back he gave him. This was so awesome, bro. The next week, Roman and Finn Balor would have a contract signing. At this point, Finn would just come back from NXT, and he was hot. So a Roman and Finn match would have been pretty cool. But when Finn was about to sign the contract, Baron Corbin with his wrinkled shirt would attack Finn from behind. Bro saw an opportunity, and he took it. I respect it. Reigns just looking on amused, and this segment is amazing. As Corbin was about to sign, Cena comes out of nowhere and attacks Corbin. They were playing hot potato with the contract, and Roman was just through at this point. But Cena then signed the contract, screwing Corbin again, man. This is an outrage. But the next week, Corbin would face Finn in a 1v1. Bros are fighting over getting screwed over, it's just crazy. But the loser bracket is tough. Corbin would lose the match, and it would be shown that Jinder would pay Corbin to show up on Raw and face Drew McIntyre. You know that boy was definitely foaming from the mouth for this. But during the match, Corbin would then beg Drew to not finish him. Drew then asked Corbin how much he needs to get back on his feet, and Corbin says 100K. Drew laughs and heads Corbin with a Claymore. That was just rude, to be honest. But I guess Corbin had to win the match to get Jinder's money, so he was just going through it at this point. But after this, Corbin would film a day in the life video of his struggles. This is easily the best Corbin segment ever, bro. But go watch this. Corbin says after hitchhiking to work, the security guard wouldn't let him in because he looked like a hobo. This gimmick was ridiculous, but it's stuff like this that makes us love the WWE, man. He then says he got fined $5K for failing dress code. Corbin was then shown trying to take cameraman said Corbin was not getting paid for this. But the next SmackDown, Corbin finally had enough. Corbin somehow got a hold of a credit card scanner and said everybody in the show had to give him $1,000 each. Owens would once again rain on Corbin's parade. But by the way, at this point, his shirt is dusted, dog. This wrinkled ass shirt. But he then asked Owens for $1,000. Owens says if Corbin beats Owens in a match tonight, he'll give him the money. But if he loses, he has to stop begging. But after this, backstage, Corbin saw an opportunity. He saw Big E backstage lacking with his Money in the Bank briefcase, and Corbin took advantage. The comments seem to be loving this gimmick as well, man. But the next week, Corbin would be seen walking out holding the Money in the Bank briefcase like it was his baby. Well, I don't really know who holds a baby like this, but you know what I mean. Corbin would then face Owens in the 1v1. Big E would interfere in the match so Corbin wouldn't get his bag. After this, Corbin would face Big E at SummerSlam for the briefcase he stole. Corbin, of course, would lose. During a backstage interview, Corbin would get cut off after the interviewer left mid-interview to talk to Big E. Logan Paul was also here, and he dissed Corbin. But this SummerSlam was in Vegas. You know what that means. Corbin went all in. Corbin would gamble and hit big. My boy's coming back. Corbin would then buy a new shirt and sleep in a suite. But he would go back and gamble, and later on, he would hit big again. But Corbin would be shown off in a suit and a pink Lambo. But you know what? WWE taught us a good lesson here. When in doubt, go to Vegas and gamble. Nah, I'm playing, but after this, Corbin would go as Happy Corbin and would be rich again, and he would align himself with the prankster Madcap Moss. But yeah, man, there it is. I don't even know if people remember this, but I love this, so I had to take a look back on it. But I love these gimmicks, man. Like, these gimmicks make it so much easier to watch the weekly shows. But anyways, that's it, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. We out, man. Peace.
Welcome to a day in my life. Hiking to work, I simply tried to go in and be on time by a security guard that I've known for years.
Where you going?
Going inside!
Why would you go inside?
The truck right there!
That is not you.
But I've fallen pretty low in life, and it feels like people just can't see me.